Two things I really gotta just get out there is number one, yes, I use AI for a lot of stuff. So if you're a fan of any of my channels, this one, the RV channel, the shorts video channel, the TikTok, doesn't matter. If you're a fan, I do use some AI. It has made my life much easier and it's made things a lot better for me when it comes to content creation. It has saved me time. Now, while AI is, kind of one of those controversial things going on right now, if used correctly with content creation, it actually is very beneficial as it gets better. That being said, I found out one of my friends, she's 36 years old, very platonic friend. She found out she has cancer, and they're running tests to see how far along it is. So I'm sorry if I'm a little emotional. She's a really good friend. Every time I've needed anything, she's always been there. Nothing romantic, nothing of that nature or anything else, but it's just I felt my heart break a little bit because she's one of the few people I trust in this world. I know that if I broke down in the middle of the Mojave Desert and she was on 2 bad tires and her engine was smoking, she'd still find a way to get out to help me out if I called her and asked her to. So that's why it's difficult for me, because she's such a real good, like, platonic friend. So I just don't like seeing her go through that. So that's kind of the raw deal there. Raw deal. So the other day, I was sitting down and I was filming content for another channel, a podcast that I started. So I have 2 podcasts now. And one of the newer podcasts talks a lot about men's mental health, and it's evolved over the last month into something that I found speaks to everyone. Men, women, it doesn't matter what you consider your gender or what you consider sexual orientation or anything of that nature. It just seems like it's been beneficial to a lot of people. And what I've done with that podcast is seen it grow exponentially pretty quick on TikTok, not necessarily on YouTube. YouTube, it's been, 1 view here, 2 views there, not a huge deal. I keep them to like 7 or 8 minute episodes. I'm going to go longer as things progress, but it seems to have found this following on TikTok. And it's been interesting because everybody has this fear that AI is going to take over content creation. And while I feel like that's partially true, because personally I use AI, I use a combination of several things, including AI on this channel for short form content. I don't use it for long form. The reason why I don't use it for long form is I think that people, when they get on and they want to watch an episode of a podcast or a radio show or maybe they want to get an education experience with like an RV like I do on my other channel, or maybe a boat, or maybe a car or something like that. They don't want an AI voice with an AI thing. And here's what I'm going to prove that's right. So the guy I'm working for right now, he does a lot of faceless stuff on TikTok and Instagram, and he uses an AI voice, an AI generated voice, to do all the education walkthrough of a travel trailer or a toy hauler. And the views he gets is usually around 50 to 60 views per video, and then it just dies. While when I get on and I do my own voice and I do my own walkthrough and do, my thing, I get 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 views on Instagram. I get, 7 to 50,000 views on TikTok. And we're talking short form. We're talking about 15 to 45-second videos. We're not talking about the stuff that I do that's educational on, HBRV lifestyle. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about like marketing stuff. I'm gonna go inside the laundromat right now because I'm doing laundry as we're talking. So doing stuff like that brings a lot of things. You have to forgive the shakiness of the phone. I broke the top of my left foot in a car accident, so I'm not exactly 100% yet. I'm still moving very gingerly. But it's just interesting to see how a lot of this has been playing out and reacting. Oh, good. There's only 5 minutes left in the washing machine. One of the things I was talking about in one of my videos the other day was about where our... So I was talking to a friend of mine about the economy, and I'm like, you know what? I'm one of those guys. I can make money in any economy, right? And I've proven that. And my comeback story is almost completed. Give me another 6 months, 7 months, I'll have my comeback done. Debts paid. The RV I live in, I'll have it remodeled. But it seems like every time I turn around, I'll take 5 steps forward and somebody shoves me 10 steps backwards. State of California want to nail me for taxes. I'm gonna have to talk about that in a different video at some point, but that was just ridiculous. And then, basically having to move jobs, and then on top of that, having to deal with my back and my neck injury and my broken foot. So having to deal with all that. This is nutty. Real nuts. And then, I've learned to let people walk away. I've had to learn to let people, when they want to go, let them go. So the other day I got to talk to an old friend that I haven't talked to in a while. He called me. I called him back. Got to talk to my buddy Archie for a while. Archie is freaking awesome. Archie and I had a conversation. He's married again for the second time. We talked about a lot of things. Talked to my friend Bree and about her cancer, and that she went and had tests done yesterday for her cancer. So I still talk to people over the phone. Just not that many people. I mean, once in a while I get a couple people that text me or reach out to me, and low effort crap. Hey, how are you doing? And they'll be like, I mean, I got a text from somebody that I haven't heard from in like 2 years. Hey, how are you doing? I didn't even bother answering. I'm like, I haven't heard from you in like 2 years. Why would I even answer your text message? You know? One thing I've learned about people, human beings, okay, is when you start having some success, success comes with some challenges, like the challenges I have with the state of California right now and their franchise tax board, which is basically the California IRS, okay? I think I've got that settled and done. I had a nice lengthy phone call with them yesterday. I think I've got that all like squared away now. But it's like everybody has their hand out like this. Everybody. Like as soon as you start having some money, you start having some success, everybody has their hand out. Nobody wants a hand up. Everyone wants a hand out. But as soon as I need help, this is the fucked up part about the whole world. As soon as I needed help, when I was living in my car, when I got into a car accident and broke my foot and freaking hurt my back and hurt my neck, did anybody jump up and say, hey, you know, we're going to volunteer to help you out until you get better? No. It was everybody ignored me. Oh, like I told one person about my job situation and I got in a car accident and like I never heard from the person again. But as soon as they see me on social media, because they follow my YouTube channel, as soon as they see me on social media having a little bit of success and start having some success again, hand's going to be out, phone call's going to be ringing. It's like, hold on a second. And again, it's human nature. It's not like it's something new, but it's something new to me because I always kept my circle very small. And I decided to increase and expand my circle a couple of years ago after, you know, my marriage ran into trouble. And, you know, one of the things that when you expand your circle, you start to realize human nature sucks sometimes. Because, you know, it's like everybody wants to be given something. They don't want to earn it. And now I understand the difference between highly successful people, rich people, and people that are stuck on the treadmill. And the difference is nobody wants to go work. Everybody wants to be given a handout. Now, that's mostly referring to men, okay? There are circumstances that I say negate that, but I've seen people that are in wheelchairs, they're permanently disabled, do more with their life than most people that are not in a wheelchair. Think about that. Think about that for a second. You have people that are autistic or have Down syndrome, have disabilities, both either mental disabilities or physical disabilities that are permanent, and they do more with their lives than folks that have all their faculties together. Imagine that. So what's cool about almost reaching 100,000 subscribers, what's really cool about almost reaching 100,000 subscribers is you start to meet people that have 1 million subscribers. Like, for example, I got 2 emails that reached out to me they're like, wow, you got a mixed bag of content. How did you grow? And I go, luck, all luck, right? They're like, no, you're just persistently working and constantly working, and that's what it really takes. And then, you know, just to hear their perspective, I had a phone call, I'm not going to say with who, but I had a phone call with somebody that has 2.5 million subscribers. And this was late yesterday. And just hearing the perspective of someone that makes $50,000-$60,000 a month doing social media. And this person revealed to me, because I'm not a follower, I never heard of them, but revealed to me the physical disabilities that they have. And yet they work between 12 and 15 hours a day, 6 days a week, just on developing entertainment content for 2 other channels that they're trying to grow that are going to be children's channels to teach children how to balance a checkbook. So they're talking about this, and I'm like, holy crap. And I said, is there even money in that? And they said, oh, absolutely. There's money in it, but you don't do it for the money. You already have the money. You're already making, $50,000, $55,000, $60,000 a month. You don't need more than that. And I go, okay. And they go, anybody who's trying to make more than that without having something behind it doesn't understand the system and doesn't understand how social media and how the entertainment world really works. And I go, okay, you're gonna have to explain that to me. Well, how it was explained is, yeah, there's gonna be money in it, but you don't do it for the money. At this point, you're doing it to give back. Because if YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and all this stuff gave all this amazing stuff and all this amazing freedom, why not do something that's going to give back? So while I'm not at that level, it's like now that I'm getting to people and understanding people that are at that level, because now I'm gaining access to people at that level, it's eye-opening, right? Eye-opening. I even have a situation that I won't get too much into because I don't like getting into too many of my situations. But I'll give you an example. I have someone I very much care about a lot. In fact, I love. But yet this person, unfortunately, I get the feeling, oh God, that hurts. I get the feeling that this person really isn't that into me. And I also get the sense that this person, unfortunately, God, I'm in a lot of pain. Unfortunately, doesn't know how to communicate that to me, or is afraid to communicate that to me. Now, doesn't mean it's true. It's just a gut feeling, right? So what do you do with a gut feeling like that? Well, normally, what we normally do as human beings is we chase after it, right? We chase after answers. We chase after things like that. And I stopped chasing a while back ago. This is going to be painful because my lower back and my neck are killing me. Typical. That hurt. Ah, God. Whew, hold on, give me a second. Let me finish up the dryer here. Okay. All right, so where I was going with this was, ooh, don't want to forget my coffee. Oh, good, there's still some left, okay. Let's go back in the car. We got 48 minutes before the dryer is done. So where I was going with this was, we got to stop chasing. We got to stop chasing things that don't want us and start chasing things that do want us. Like, I stopped chasing the RV channel. I stopped chasing that channel so much because I still do it. Trust me, I do it 100%. I still do my podcast on it. But what I don't do is I don't chase it to the ends of the earth. I have focused more on this channel and focused more on this because it seems like the YouTube algorithm and the people like this channel. Oh boy. Okay. So why not focus on something everybody likes? And then once I get this to a certain level, then start focusing on other things. Like that other podcast that I'm doing is more therapeutic for me. You know, it's more therapeutic about where I want to be in life and what I want to do. But just having access now to people that have 1 million, 2 million subscribers is awesome. Hi, Mark McKinney. It's just awesome. I mean, I can't imagine, like, how did I get here? So